Now let's go through the special product formulas. So special product formulas, really that you can just familiarize yourself with them, and then you can verify the formulas by actually doing those. But if, for example, if we had a plus b times a minus b, that would be equal to a squared minus b squared. And the reason for that is because we would have first term times first term, which is a squared. We would have first term times the second term, which is minus ab. Then second term times the first term, which is plus ba. Then second term times the second term, which is minus b squared. So you can see these cancel out, and that's why you end up with a squared minus b squared. Now the next special property, and we've already explored that in our lesson 1 actually, so we had a plus b squared is equal to a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. The third is a minus b squared will be equal to a squared minus 2ab plus b squared. Now the fourth is that a plus b to the power of 3 would be equal to a to the power of 3 plus 3a squared times b plus 3ab squared plus b to the power of 3. Now the last property would be a minus b to the power of 3, which would be a to the power of 3 minus 3a squared times b plus 3ab squared minus b to the third power. So these product formulas will help you FOIL where maybe it's not so easy, and it's just a shortcut to make your work a lot shorter. I wanted to just quickly evaluate with you guys the last one. So let's verify a minus b to the power of 3. So a minus b to the power of 3 means a minus b times a minus b times a minus b. So we know that a minus b times a minus b would simply be a squared minus 2ab plus b squared, and all that times a minus b. So now what we'll do is we'll multiply all terms by each other. So we'll multiply the first term by the first term, and the first term by the second term, then second term by the first term, by the second term, and then the third term by the first term, and then by the second term. So we should have 6 terms at the end of this. So we'll have a squared times a, which is a to the power of 3. Then we have a squared times negative b would be negative a squared times b. Then we'll have negative 2ab times a, which is negative 2a squared times b. And then we'll have negative 2ab times negative b, which will make it negative times negative would be positive 2ab squared. And then we'll have plus b squared minus times minus b. So we'll end up with a to the power of 3 minus a squared b minus 2a squared b plus 2ab squared minus b to the power of 3. So let's see what cancels out. So we have a squared b that can cancel out, and that's it. So let's check if we had 6 terms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have a squared times a squared b squared times a. Yep, we're missing b squared times a. So these two would be combined. So next we have a to the power of 3 minus b to the power of 3. And then we have minus 3a squared b plus 3ab squared. That's it. All right. So let's see if that's what it said it was going to be. So yeah, that's exactly what it said it was going to be. So as you can tell, we can verify all these equations. We just verified the last one. It's simply a shortcut. So now let's look at the special product formula to find product of a couple of examples. So let's say we had 3x plus 5 squared. So we take the first term and square it, which would be 3x squared. And then the last term would be the second term squared, which is 5 squared. And the middle would be 2 times the first term times the second term. So then we would end up having 9x squared. 2 times 3 is 6. 6 times 5 is 30. So that'll be plus 30x plus 25. Voila! See how simple? Now what would happen if you had a squared minus 2 to the power of 3? So using our formula, now our a is really a, and then our b is equal to 2, right? So in this case, we'll end up with a to the power of cubed, so this is a to the power of cubed, minus b to the power of third, so that's minus 2 to the power of 3, minus 3 times a is a, and b is 2, and then plus 3 times a times b squared, and b is 2. Alright, so now if we figure it out, we'll have a to the power of 3 minus a minus 6a squared plus 12a. Alright guys, all done. You see how much easier this is with those formulas that you guys derived? You guys are amazing. Alright, now what about other formulas? So what if we had a rational polynomial in here? So what if we had 2x minus square root of a times 2x plus square root of a? Alright, so based on the formula we've seen that a minus b times a plus b is just simply a squared minus b squared, right? Right, that's what we saw. Oh, we don't know that yet. Yeah, no, we saw that, so it's right here, right? That's what we saw. So now we're applying this. So our a is really 2x, and then our b is square root of a. So what our answer will be, it'll be 2x squared minus my b, which is square root of a, squared. So I'll be left with 4x squared minus a. Great. Now, what if we have a formula like x squared minus 1 to the power of 3? So now, if we follow what we said here, we just have to figure out what our, well, if we follow this formula actually, right here, my apologies. So if we follow this formula that we have up here, now we can figure out what this is. So our a is really x squared, and our b is 1. So we're just going to plug in. So a to the power of 3, that's x squared to the power of 3, minus 1 to the power of 3, minus 3 x squared, so it's x squared, so it's a squared, so that's a squared times b, which is 1, plus 3 a times b squared, so that'll be just x squared. Alright, great. Now that we've solved this, let's simplify it. So it's x to the power of 2 times 3, which is 6, minus 1, minus 3x to the power of 4th, plus 3x squared. And that's our answer.